Football Manager 26 might suck, but at least we can laugh about it in the greatest football manager and football meme universe on the internet. r/the Old Zealand. Diving in. Just pass the ball, bro. Me to my wingbacks every game because they think they're strikers for some reason. No shooting! No shooting! I have two statements for you. One, should I get that haircut? And two, this has always existed in Football Manager, so I'm glad some things don't change. Mom says it's my turn on the computer. This is my brother coming into my room to ask if I am ready to play what we've been playing on Twitch, at least in the past, which was a brother v brother save. He did it with power posing, which is an art that, both of us have actually been studying online. May I see your loans, please? I mean, look, I realize that you guys see me just about everywhere, but if I was gonna be a guy checking tickets on a train, I'd be this guy. This guy's absolutely strapped. This guy looks like he's scouting for one. He's got it all. He's got like the utility belt across the chest, tie tucked into the vest, no less than 27 earrings in, the most fashionable, stylish, train ticket check. Yeah, this is me. This is my day job. SI know what they're doing. Announce the international management update on the day we actually plan to announce it. Or delay, let Zealand make a video slamming SI for not including international management, then announce it afterwards to make him look a bit silly. Ha! I knew it. I knew it all along. I knew it. I'm convinced this is actually what happened. I am. If I can put on my tinfoil hat for a second, I also don't think the moon landed. There are two wolves in me. One, of course, where he gives it a 10 out of 10 rating. And if there's one thing that Lujo is good for, Kev is my friend. That dude is gonna find a way to make every YouTube video possible. As a matter of principle, FM26 hits massive milestone. 10,000 bugs reported. Yeah. I mean, look, I think we can all agree that the game was not finished. All right? It wasn't. Doesn't mean you can't have fun playing it. Wasn't finished when they released it. He's done it again. Oh, I know what this is. This is Football Manager's tweet about how they were going to have international management added to the game in a later update, coming right after I make a video slamming them for not having international management. Yeah, we're going to go on the side of, I willed this into existence. Power of the forehead. Rock on. Who's doing an FM26 save with Sunderland? Own up. It's just a picture. It is just a picture of the table in real life. Seriously, though, I love the way the Premier League season seems to develop every year, because at the beginning of the year, everybody always likes to pretend this isn't the case. Sunderland was a favorite pick to be a relegated team. And now, I mean, obviously this shot was from a couple weeks ago. Now look at what they're doing. It's always great. Always great. There is always a team, not necessarily like Sunderland exactly, but in the general vicinity where people thought they were going to be good and they weren't, or people thought they were going to be really bad and they happened to be good. It's awesome. And I guess makes Football Manager a little more realistic. I don't know. Anyone else? When you accidentally click back and end up in last week's team meeting again? Yeah, that was in the game for a while, wasn't it? That was in the game for a while. Excellent. Just excellent fundamental meme making here. Gold star to overall habit. Perfect analysis. Well, I'll be the judge of that. I'll put it in FM terms. FM24 is the 35-year-old veteran, 2 stars for ability and potential. He's been banging in goals for years. FM26 is the 18-year-old wonder kid who has 1.5-star current ability with 5-star potential. But because he didn't score on his debut, he's back in the under-21s, not ready to give him a chance. I mean, look, this is a metaphor that I've been trumpeting for a long time around Football Manager 26, or as long as I could have been, and that the potential of the game is there. You can see it. It just feels like they released the game a year early on Unity, which is hilarious because technically they released the game a year late. Right? And you don't want to give them too much of an excuse by saying, well, it has high potential. Because, yeah, Football Manager and Unity always had high potential. But it's a sign of a strong community that the community can come up with a metaphor that supports whatever the hell's going on. It's really just something you can tell yourself to make yourself feel better. Found my new assistant manager. Seattle Reign head coach Laura Harvey says she has leaned on artificial intelligence. I kind of saw this headline, but I don't really know what it said. So I'm very curious. She's leaning on ChatGPT to help inspire her tactics in the NWSL. One day in the offseason, I was writing things into ChatGPT like, what is Seattle Reign's identity? And it would spurt it out. And I was like, I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, you're the coach, don't you? And then I put it in. What formation should you play to beat NWSL teams? And it spurted out every team in the league and what formation you should play. And for 2 teams, it went, you should play a back 5. So I did. No joke. That's why I did it. I'm not even kidding. Fire her tomorrow. the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you have 2 cents to rub together in your brain to create a fire like a caveman, you know that AI is derivative. It is not forming its own thoughts. It is aggregating the thoughts of the available public data. You know who has better available data than any AI when it comes to the football tactics your team should be playing? You, the coach of the damn team. You. There is no, if you use ChatGPT to get the juices flowing, right? I use that for YouTube video titles or something like, hey, give me 50 video titles for this. And then you can read those and maybe it jogs something from your own brain. But that's because ChatGPT, being derivative, is going to present me an aggregate response having assessed successful YouTube videos in an effective way. I'm not coaching a football team here where I have better information than ChatGPT does by 100 times. 1, you shouldn't do this. 2, you should never admit it. And 3, you should not admit that you followed it to the letter of the law. This is worse than an assistant manager on FM. The UI, me after playing FM26 for 2 hours. Look how they massacred my boy. Thank goodness somebody modded it to make it faster already, and then they made it faster. Title: You and me with our dog in a beautiful house. Who's in that cell? The one who renamed the Metsala role? Yeah, what the hell is that? No Romdeuters, no Trequartistas, no Metsalas. This pro-English propaganda needs to stop. How the hell am I going to be able to gatekeep my tactic from the plebs without weird terms nobody understands? New goalkeeper role. Love you, keeper. Thanks for supporting the attack. Get the in goal. I'm not even kidding. No cap. Skibbity, no cap. I had a goalkeeper come all the way up to the halfway line in this match engine. Not like on the ball. And he's not Manuel Neuer. This obviously is a whole other step. But look, if you've got the stamina and the work rate, why not use it? You know, what a waste to just be standing back there. I mean, this person's really just not a visionary. When you manage a team abroad and are trying to blend in with the local culture, how did you find this picture? That's me in China at the age of 14. How did you? Are you in my house? I've got 2 years of pent-up Wonder Kid purchasing to unleash. My wife, when I say I'm spending big this weekend on the FM26 beta. Yeah, I'm buying some real gems this weekend. Gets all excited. 15-year-old Colombian gems, she calls the cops. Truly the duality of man. My FM26 save is already falling apart. 10 things you didn't know about FM26. The duality of YouTube thumbnail faces. I wonder what face I made in this one. Was it good? Thank you, mods. Why are there so many misogynists in this subreddit? And this is apparently a bunch of replies to some post about women's football and Football Manager. Look, as somebody that lives on the internet, it is where I spend a significant amount of my time. A lot of these people will create these responses in order to try to get a rise, or because they think that it's cool. And the best way to handle those responses from people that have never had an actual conversation with a real living, breathing female human is to just kind of ignore them and belittle them in a disrespectful way. But not in a way that makes them feel like they're getting to you, but more in a way that just, calls them out for what they really are. Like if you're the type of person that just responds making sandwiches to a post about women in Football Manager, you're just a weirdo. Like the type of person that if I was sitting on a public bench and then you sat down, I would quietly just stand up and move away because I don't want to be anywhere near you because you're weird and you make other people uncomfortable and nobody likes you. It's okay, you can change that. That's just, I'm going to be over here until you do. You know what I'm saying? Why is Zealand in How I Met Your Mother? Yeah, but look, I spent all that money trying to run a 3rd Division Uruguayan club, kind of ran it into the ground, and that's why I started making YouTube videos, so. Oops! Signing players on lower wages with a £0 relegation release clause. I got relegated. Yeah, okay. They always have those labels, don't try this at home. If you're watching me on stream give $0 relegation release clauses, that's because I know I'm not going to get relegated with the team that I have, ever. You need to know that before you do this. You can give them a low relegation release clause, but if half your team's on a $0 relegation release clause and you get relegated, you are going to factory reset your entire team. No iCloud backup. Ask Barella to welcome Sancho. Barella. Sancho set to sign for Balloonary. Hello, enter. Enter. Sign Sancho. Sancho injured by Barella in training. Well, that's a proper welcome, lads. Oh, guess he just couldn't handle the league now. Yeah. Gonna have a Greg's sausage roll after that challenge. Scott McTominay out here like he's about to announce a new iPhone. I don't think there's ever been a player genuinely that has had a bigger visual come up than Scott McTominay and his move to Napoli. I've just never seen it. Zealand needs to react to this. Who did this? Wasn't it Picasso? Isn't that a Picasso? I mean, it's more, what's creepy is that he knew who Vinicius was before Vinicius himself was born. It's kind of Nostradamus-esque. FM26 be like, Mom, can we get Football Manager? Mom, we have Football Manager at home. Football Manager at home. Foot bath massage. Yeah, I thought this was going to be my big break too, but I got to the final round of call-ups for the foot bath massager trial before I realized it wasn't for Football Manager. It's okay to look back. FM24 is a better game right now. But also, if you play a lot of FM26 and then you try to go back to FM24, it is harder to watch the matches. It really just feels like you're playing a completely different video game in a lot of ways. FM gets political. Serbia have now joined the European Union. I didn't say anything. I read words. Take your fingers off the keys, bro. Off the keys. Restrain yourself. I did not say anything. Leave me alone. Serbian Mafia, please. I feel conflicted. My love for the game, FM26. The honest answer is give it time. If you take a year off Football Manager and come back to it, you're probably going to get a much better experience next year or even in a couple of months on the game that exists right now. Just give it time. I know we shouldn't have to give it time. It's not okay that we have to give it time, but give it time. The streets won't forget Mustafa Haji. When you see that Zealand signed the legendary Mustafa Haji as his scout, low-key, I actually don't know who this is, but I have now signed him as a scout in both saves I've played on FM26 so far. So if you want your Mustafa Haji content, tune into the streams on Twitch and Zealand Live on YouTube. There are multiple places now, just in case you're afraid of the color purple. If my player concedes a handball, I will be furious. That's handism. That's handism. Ban him. Ban this person. Ban this person. Nice of SI to bring the roadmap back with today's news. I see on October 23rd, we had the beta release, first patch, second patch, third patch, fourth patch, to be announced, and much more. Yeah. The funny thing is they basically put out a statement saying this is how it's going to work. What they didn't predict was that this roadmap actually goes way past the launch date. Average FM26 new gen face. But guys, it's the same face that you see in the match engine is the one that pops up on the screen. Technology. What on earth happened to my third choice keeper? He turned into the Silver Surfer. Sorry, I actually don't have that. It's a DLC. True. FM26 in one picture. Hey, whoa, wait. You said FM 2026? Banished. Not allowed here anymore. It's FM 26. Get it right or you can't sit with us. Okay, it's a marketing decision. It sounds cooler. It's FM 26, not 2026. What are we, losers? 2 syllables, right? Not 2 syllables. What is that? 3 syllables? I don't even know. You're counting syllables like a loser? Adding extra syllables like a loser with 2026? It's FM 26. New era. In vogue. Black turtlenecks. Chains. Get with the program or get on the side of the road. FM 26. What is this? You just don't get it. You don't get the vision. I know this is like broken record about the bugs, but people seem to miss the point. XB comparison. FM 24, 6,818 reported in 2 years. Dude, somebody actually put this together. This is crazy. FM 26 has had 1,545 bugs reported in 7 days, while 24 had less than 10 bugs reported. Now, obviously, you're going to have less bugs reported as the game continues to be out, but keep in mind FM24 was, out for 2 years, right? And obviously went through a beta process and everything. This is just, it demonstrates everything that is wrong with the game in a nice mathematical way. Lost the title on the last match day because of this. Oh, finally, a good old-fashioned Football Manager highlight. We have a corner. It's in the air. It's headed away. We've got some truly gifted defense, some great hustle. Guys flying around. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I thought the ball was going to roll in. I thought it was going to roll in. Now what? Obviously something horrifying to lose the title. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is just bait. Is this bait? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm waiting for the disaster. There have been so many opportunities for there to be a disaster. Oh, that's it. To credit the game here, that was kind of a realistic, incredibly brutal brutal way to score an own goal and lose a game, which is not something that's going to make you feel any better. Because nothing hurts more than when you get FM than having somebody look you in the eyes and go, it happens. My manager, whose appearance I completely randomized, standing pitchside when I beat my title rivals. It's so good. It's so true. Custom player cutscene looking ass. Hey, at least that part of FM26 works, I think. If you want to watch me on stream, though, the links to Twitch and Zealand Live are in the description. If you want to keep watching memes, you barely have to lift a finger because there's more memes waiting for you right there. Maybe from a happier time. Probably not.